attacking big, giant fascist corporations? Where are you out front of their corporations where they're beating down the little man? No, you guys are preventing a woman, journalist, from going and just talking to people.
Where's the part in your journalism where you ask questions?
I'm trying to go talk to people and ask questions. What are these guys doing here?
Walk in there.
What's the point? Why stop me from walking around? If you guys really believe that what you're doing is right and that you have the high ground, what is wrong with me walking around and asking questions? Don't you think that viewers should be able to decide on their own?
This is backstage. If you want, go down front.
No,
this is backstage. You have stage pass.
Okay, look, I appreciate you talking to me.
Isn't it a public place actually?
It's called a press pass. Okay.
Here's the reality. We were on the front side, and these guys literally ran and jumped over this wall when we were walking through here to block us. Because why? Because we're InfoWars. And you guys are deathly afraid of InfoWars, otherwise you wouldn't be.
I mean, and I generally side with the left, but you guys are making the point for Trump 2020. I think this kind of behavior is only playing up for InfoWars and Fox News and the Breitbarts of the world.
You guys are just
when you act like this, it doesn't help.
I'm telling you. So thank you guys. You guys are the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you for the ratings.
Trump was predictable. For anyone who went to hundreds of rallies like I did, I was predicting a Trump win way back because this was what the left was doing. And if the left continues to take these tactics, it's not going to help.
Well, you know.
I mean, is this a public place?
It's because these guys really aren't leftists. They're not Democrats. These are communists. They are. Look at the red band.
Well,
Comrade. Well, they got the red.
Well, now I have to call you out, Millie. I don't just because they're out here doing this stuff doesn't.
What about these red bands? What about the red bands?
And is Comrade
really,
they'll have to tell me because I don't know what the red bands are.
If you guys are communists or not communists, now's your time to clear the air.
Okay, let's try to go.
So, okay. I would say they are communists.
Guys, why are you so afraid of them talking or asking questions?
Because this is what they do. They don't really believe in free speech. And guess what? Today it's us, tomorrow it's you.
Exactly.
Today it's us, tomorrow it's you.
Hey, yesterday it was me. I mean, Donald Trump back at the rallies in 2015 was having me beaten up and thrown in jail.
You guys are engaging in fascism.
Well, it's different because they're not the government, and they did make that point. They are not the government, so that is different.
We gotta go over there and
there's no point. These guys are just gonna follow us.
See, you're making more of a scene by blocking them, guys.
Come here, please, and offer assistance and keep the peace, please.
Let's go ask them why.
You make more of a scene by blocking them rather than just let them do it.
And you guys can come with us. Stay. Okay, they don't want to go over by the police. This is crazy. All right, let's see. Wait. Let's see this.
We're 5,100.
All right, we got 5,000 people watching this right now. So you guys are...
This is not helping. This is going to give Donald Trump a win. Just let them go in and be the press.
If you guys
just let them be the press.
Ignore us.
I know that you are not the government, so technically it can't be fascism. But why take these tactics? Why take these tactics? It's going to give Donald Trump another win. Behaving like this does not help. Free speech means that you let everyone through. You don't make a wall here, especially when it's a public event on a public forum. Yeah, Donald Trump was doing this to me in 2015 and 2016, having me beaten up, locked in jail. And why take the same tactics? Why behave like the police? Why behave like the fascists? It doesn't make sense to me. You should be a free exchange of ideas is the way to prevent fascism. Fascism happens because you shut down free speech.
What's interesting is they are kind of engaging in police state-like activity here. You know, the police would form rows to block you guys from going and doing your protests, and you guys are right along here forming a row, trying to tell people who can and can't pass.
If they have bad ideas, their bad ideas will fall apart by letting them be heard. When you close down their ideas, it makes the right rise up. I heard people walking through the streets saying that they wanted to join the right because it was the peaceful side. Do you get how messed up that is? The right wing is the peaceful side?
They emulate them.
It makes no sense to me. And you're giving Trump his win. You are behaving.
Yes, thank you.
Everything
and
that you.
pedophilia.
You guys
you
are
want to support the pedophile slave owner
supporting
statue.
the pedophile.
You would like to support the pedophile slave owner statue. You would.
No,
You.
InfoWars does not.
You.
support
I'm not talking
pedophilia. Are you
InfoWars.
kidding
I'm
me?
saying
We
you.
talk about human trafficking and pedophilia.
You
within the
support
elites all
the
the time.
statues of pedophiles staying up in the United States.
No, we don't.
You think the Robert E. Lee statues and the George Washington statues should stay up.
Look, there's discrepancies and differences and opinions here. Whether he represents a pedophile
George Washington,
or a Confederate
Robert E.
soldier.
Lee, and Thomas
I'm not
Jefferson
going to get
were
into
all
Do you
pedophiles.
think we should remove Washington
raped
and
little
Jefferson?
girls.
So you think we should remove the Washington?
Everyone who
So,
rapes
should
little
we-
girls should
we
not have
remove
statues. We should have
Washington,
statues of John
Lincoln?
Brown.
Look, there's every single
John
founding
Brown
father, every
statues
single
were torn
person
down more
can
than
have a
Robert E.
fault.
Lee statues were torn
All
down.
right, every single
So
person
let's
can have a
keep up
fault.
John Brown's statue.
I'm
He
all
didn't
about
rape
it.
little girls.
Hey, have you ever had an art show? Have you had an art show? Because I've had art shows before. I'm an artist.
Raping little girls.
I'm not saying that. If you have an art show, it goes up for 30 days and it comes down.
Hold on. Do you want to know
Why
something
do you want to
about
keep
John
up
Brown?
Washington
Do you want to know
monuments?
something about John Brown?
What are you talking?
Why do you want to keep up the Washington
Why
monuments?
do you think I have anything to do with that? Who do you think I am?
You are
Family
for
maintains a
the
John Brown
racists.
houses in
Hey, I was just making the argument to take down the monuments. Are you
You
listening
for
to
the
me
racist
even?
founding fathers.
Are you even listening to me?
Did you hear what he just said? You want to hear about John Brown?
My mom's cousins maintain a John Brown home in Ohio and do what they
Where?
can in Deerfield. And do what they can to turn into a national monument. And that's
You know
what
about the John Brown Monument in Columbus?
My friend,
Look,
we
I'm talking to
appreciate
you
what you're
about-
saying.
Do you know about the John Brown Monument?
They
What
want
they do is
this.
have
They want this.
solidarity.
That's the point I was making to you, dude. By making this wall, you're giving them what they
I can talk
want.
to you anytime.
You can. That's true.
I went
They're
to-
only here
this.
today.
I went to
They want
UC
this.
Davis.
They're only
and I
here
have a
today,
liberal
so you know.
arts degree.
And that's the point I was making to
Absolutely,
you.
what you
What do
guys
you
are
don't?
saying
Why
is
don't you
not
get that? Well, I mean, why are you giving them what they want by making this wall here?
This right here.
As you just said.
Oh, that's
Keeps on
because
giving.
you all aren't here to do journalism.
Well,
We're not? What are we here for?
what
You're
are we
here
here for?
to self-aggrandize yourself.
No. I'm really and truly. My intention.
You're not
here was
interested
to
in the
come out
ideas
and
of
talk
peace?
to-
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I am.
You're not
I
a-
am interested.
How would they
You're
even know, dude? If you don't let her
support-
talk,
you
if
support
you don't let
Donald-
them ask anything,
All right,
how would she
I'll
even
talk
know what
to
they're
you.
talking about over there?
You
How
all-
would you even
you all-
know?
you all have
If they
fun.
make a wall here, it's just as bad as what Donald Trump did to me and all the other journalists in
Look, you're trying to
2015.
disrupt. You're even
We're
now.
not
You're
trying to
No,
disrupt.
I'm trying to be heard because you're making
All of these
irrational
other-
statements.
Look, we've got all these other cameras and journalists, and they can walk around and ask people questions without this. This literally, I would be completely ignored, and just like all these other people here, if literally you guys paid no
Yeah, you
attention
shouldn't
to
be
this.
ignored.
If
You
I
shouldn't
didn't
be
have
ignored.
this,
You
I'm
all
here
actually
too.
know
If
the
I did
truth
not
that
have this
9/11 was an
moniker-
inside job, and they don't want to
9/11
acknowledge
is an
that
inside
9/11
job.
was an inside job, and neither does Donald Trump.
Right, and Alex Jones stopped talking about it this year
That's
because he was
right.
afraid because he joined with
afraid.
Donald Trump.
Not
That's
true,
that's
not
right.
true.
That's
Why didn't he
right.
talk about it then?
About
That's
9/11 was an
completely
inside job.
Right.
Ad nauseum.
He won't say
And-
9/11
He didn't do it
was an
this year,
inside
though.
job
I
anymore.
does.
He didn't do it this year.
Schroyer does.
Donald
I
Trump
do.
won't say
No,
it,
we
so
all
Alex
talk
Jones
about
No,
will.
on 9/11,
9/11,
Alex didn't do it. You know he didn't do it
No,
this
but,
9/11.
Why do you
just
support
because
Satan?
maybe on that day he didn't go
Why wouldn't he?
into
Come
a
on.
big rant doesn't mean that he doesn't
We
say
talked
that
about this
9/11
yesterday.
is an inside job.
We
I
talked
believe
about-
9/11 is an inside job.
That's
Alex
called
does
the
too.
cell.
I know we talked about this yesterday. I'm saying
You have
he would have
Satan.
done it on that
You're
day.
pointing
So would
Satan's
Donald
thing
Trump.
at me.
It's the important day to do it.
Okay, I get what you're saying
Satan
as
knows
far as
everything in
the
your cell phone.
holiday and the significance. I get what you're saying.
That's all.
But he's never indicated that he doesn't think 9/11 was an inside job.
Right,
So that's
but-
a false.
Right, but also Alex
you know,
Jones went on Joe
statement.
Rogan once again, and he gets high and stoned, and he said that the year 2K thing was a hoax. That he did it to get
But-
preppers to buy his prepper material.
But
Okay, we went over this
John
yesterday.
Kennedy was killed by the
No, it's just the same
CIA.
old thing over and over.
How come
She
Alex
brought it
Jones
up.
doesn't say John Kennedy was killed by the CIA anymore?
he does say that.
He hardly ever anymore. Now
You
that
guys
Trump
are
won't say
tripping.
it, Alex Jones won't
guys
say
are
it.
tripping.
Because Alex Jones is a coward. Send Alex Jones here.
Gavin, you got to let me talk too if I'm going to defend you for talking. Come, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're nice here, right?
But
No,
what,
we
what
can,
is,
but change the subject, you know?
Shit.
we
I didn't
already
bring it
did.
up, man. I didn't bring it up.
We want to try and find out what's actually
I get
being
it.
said.
I agree.
Can we at least
Uh,
get close enough to the live stream?
yeah, can we at least get? Okay, so they're following us still. Keep it on them. Keep it on them. Just keep filming them. Keep filming them. Look at that. Hey, stop. Look, they've got a big banner here. You see that? They've got a resist hate patriarchy banner. Ow.
Guys, do you see how absurd this is to try to block them out?
You just hit me with your bike.
Look at it. It's just absurd.
Hit my legs.
I mean, because by and large, I've been documenting, you know, the right attacking the left, and all the right sees is the left attacking the right. I mean, physically.
Like the right is this big, bad, Nazi, fascist organization.
You're helping them.
I don't think I've ever seen when they have their right rallies, if some liberal or leftist media outlet wants to go around and ask questions, they don't do this. Why are you doing this? You guys are acting like fascists. You guys are acting like the big authoritarians and tyrannical people. Look at you on your high horse. How empowered do you feel?
How are they acting like fascists?
By blocking a journalist from just going and talking to people. See, look, you're on that side, ma'am, so you don't see any problem.
Ma'am, you're making a
Okay, well, you know, you're on that side, so you don't have any problems because they're not blocking you. Whatever about your assumptions, okay? First they're gonna come for me, then it's you. That's how it goes.
Hey,
Freedom of speech.
do you guys want to know how to stop?
Everyone.
If you want to stop InfoWars from talking its better ideas, and all you do is make an announcement and say, hey, InfoWars has bad ideas, be careful if you talk to them. But if you physically block them, you're making the case for them. You are making their case.
You are making, you're really.
If you want to shut them down, do it with ideas, man. Do it with
They don't
ideas.
have any ideas. That's the reason they had ideas. They wouldn't need to physically block me from asking questions. If you guys had ideas, you would use your minds, your intellect, to actually have debate and discussion.
I think it's more that you guys have a reputation.
It's not about that.
Right, and
because
that reputation
really,
is blocked by making an
regardless
announcement.
Of the my reputation, what are these guys doing? You guys have a reputation. You anti-fascists that call yourself anti-fascists, that engage and act like fascist, tyrannical people that believe in assaulting people because of their beliefs. You think that I shouldn't be allowed to walk around and talk to people because of my association with InfoWars? You guys are the fascists, and you won't say otherwise because you know it's true.
They're like fascists, not technically.
No,
they're not the government, so they cannot be.
They've got communist,
They cannot be.
communist bands right there.
Well, no, you have to be the government. Let's be clear
No, you
about
don't.
that.
No, you don't.
I think that's the guy that's
These guys are a
So-
group here.
They have
and as
fascist
far as-
tendencies.
Yeah, as far
I'm
as
just
this
tendencies
group
is
goes,
fine,
you
but-
guys think
Yeah,
that
no, they act
you
like
have more
fascists.
rights to this public space than I do as a journalist, just walking around moving about freely. You think that you have more rights to this space. Yeah,
I mean, you-
like I said
so-
before, guys, thank you for promoting Trump 2020, because literally this behavior right here, all you're accomplishing is Trump's reelection.
And guys, when I speak to all the quote unquote, you know,
Here are the elephants.
The red elephants?
Yeah, we're trying to cover this rally, but they're not going to let us walk in either because, you know, it's what they do. When they can't argue with you, they just shut it down. That's why they
Right.
shut down my
Well,
law,
so-
they shut down culture. I'm talking now.
yeah, you're right,
This
yeah.
is what they do. That's what the left does. They don't argue, they just shut down, and they have the government side. Why doesn't the government disavow Antifa even though they beat up people? Why doesn't it disavow all these communist groups?
You don't think the right shuts people
Yeah,
down?
no, the right
They
promotes
absolutely do.
promote
They
freedom of
absolutely do.
speech.
I haven't seen much of it, but really and truly, the
again,
majority of
Donald
the
Trump
people-
did it regularly.
but
He had
the
me beaten up and
majority of the
arrested.
people that I see,
Beaten up and arrested.
I don't see Trump supporters running around
Yeah.
smashing people because of their beliefs.
Look at it, the
No,
Manchester
I've never
rally
seen
in 2015 of October.
I
Donald
see
Trump had my
Trump
ass handed to me,
running around
thrown out
attacking
over a
people.
table, and arrested. Yes, so Donald Trump does literally shut down. The right wing does shut down
Yeah,
journalists
let
like
me just say
myself.
this.
I'm sorry, but they
I'm sure
do.
There have been instances, and I do remember seeing some instances where people were roughed up and thrown out of Donald Trump's rallies. So I will say that. But what I will say as well,
Thank
is
you.
when you
That's
have
fascist
constant,
behavior.
when you
That is
okay, well, what the heck is
behavior.
this?
Why-
What
no,
the
why
heck
don't
is
you
this?
want to have reasonable debate?
Well,
Why are
yeah.
you screaming at me like a fanatic?
Okay, so what is this
So you
then?
come
I'm the
in
only one
halfway
screaming.
In this situation,
I'm the only one.
What is
and
this
they didn't even
then?
see what happened up to this point. You've been here the whole time.
Okay, so then
I have a
she's just
mas-
asking.
Hold up. I went to UC Davis. I have a master's in philosophy. My parents were civil rights activists at Kent State. My mom's cousins helped maintain a John Brown home ad nauseum. Yet I, as a liberal that chooses to work for InfoWars to try and give them both sides, can't even get in here and show InfoWars audience what's being spoke here.
You give one specific
He even
don't.
went to
No, we
UC
don't.
Berkeley.
No,
He
we
even
don't.
went to
No,
UC
we